deceive. You promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You're handsome.
You were pretty queen of New York City when the band finished.
Hey, Revolutionary Brewer here. We're back today and we're going to do another can kit recipe and a little bit of review of the beer. Snowy day here in Nova Scotia, light snowfall. Just indoors today, throwing a few darts, getting ready for the big GSP fight tonight, UFC. And what we have today to review is a English ale. So let's just get right down to the opening of the beer. We'll give it a try. Brewed in a 1-quart bottle. We'll give it an open and give it a pour, and then we'll go into the recipe and talk a little bit about the style. This is an English ale, so it's a little bit darker than your average beer. It's only fairly lightly carbonated, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So there it is. Nice little beer. So this is the kind of beer, if you want to move up a little bit from the your typical lager, say if you've been drinking Budweiser, Labatt's Blue, Molson Canadian, Coors Light, anything like that, that's your typical standard light lager. Now, if you don't want to get too adventurous and go into something really heavy like a stout or a dark ale, or maybe you don't want anything too bitter like a IPA, this is a good choice right here. It's made with the actually I'll put the recipe up right now and we'll talk about that. So this is made with the Cooper's Real Ale kit, really good kit. You can get it most homebrew shops. Also, I added 2 pounds of liquid malt extract, and I also added 1.5 pounds of the high malt glucose, which is basically like a liquid sugar. You've seen it in some of my other videos. You know, make do with what you have with your local shop. You could use dry malt instead of the liquid malt extract, or if you don't have any of the liquid sugar, you can always use corn sugar instead. So let's have a look and a taste at this beer. Again, it's supposed to be lightly carbonated, but it actually comes out with a pretty good head. I used a little bit less corn sugar than usual. I try to get it to the style of never drinking a beer in a pub in England, but it might be a silly way to judge the beer, but I've been going by the beers you kind of see like the British shows like Coronation Street or EastEnders. You see them in the pub and they usually have a really small head on it, but as you can see, this head doesn't want to die down. It turned out a pretty good head on it, so let's take a taste. Oh yeah, look at that. That's amazing. Oh, and it tastes fabulous. So here's the thing with this beer. Like I said, it's a great intermediate beer. If you want to kind of step it up a little bit, come away from the lagers, and just add a little more color to your beer. This is a lot more flavorful than a lager. It's got a lot of different flavors going on. It's nicely hopped. It's a terrific beer. I mean, this is one of my favorite kits. And like I said, look at this. It's just that head on it. It produces a really creamy, smooth head, and it's like you guys probably can't see that all that good in the camera, but that head's going to stay like that through the whole beer. It's only, like I said, I only used usually I use 1.25 cups of corn sugar for priming, but I only use like around 1 cup for this one, but for some reason it didn't make much of a difference with the head. It's still a terrific head. So anyways, what do we have coming up? We have a couple things coming up. We've got some the European lager. I brewed that one. I tried to lager it, but I could only keep the temperature around 65, so it's not going to be a true lager style, but we'll give it a go and see what happens with it. And I got some IPA coming. It's not, I was kind of inspired by Make Beer, and I think it was PT. They made a couple IPAs with the Cooper kits, but I didn't quite go as big as them. I can't handle that much bitterness, but it's a decent IPA. I've already tried one. It's bottle conditioned now. I open it up early. Sometimes I get anxious, and we're gonna give that a try. Also coming up, as you can see, my beard's gone. We're going to do a little video on shaving and how to get involved, or kind of actually step back into the past with double-edged safety razor shaving. The reason I grow a beard a lot and I don't shave is you probably can't see it on camera, but my neck just gets totally destroyed when I use the Gillette or the Bic razors. It just, it tears my neck apart. So I seen a few of the brewers kind of recommending the old style safety razor, and I'm going to give that a try. And I ordered one off the internet, and I was able to kind of get all the parts that I needed just to get started in the wet shaving for about $30. But I'm going to post that in a video still to come. Anyways, like I said, like look at that. That's just, it's unbelievable how easy it is to make this beer and the quality of beer that's produced from the can kits. You know, if you pay attention to the processes, and that's the key. You want to make sure, first of all, you want to make sure everything's clean, everything's sanitized. You don't have to go too crazy. You're not doing brain surgery here. You just make sure it's clean and sanitized, and you just want to get rid of most of the bacteria. There's always going to be a little bit in there. And you want to ferment this stuff, try to keep it under 70. And, instead of just using all corn sugar, get some of the malt extract in there. And the beer it produces is just, it's unreal. It's great stuff. And like I said, the cost, it's there. It's like, you're looking at $30 for a batch of this stuff. That includes everything, like factoring the bottle caps and the sanitizer and everything. $30 for 60 bottles, roughly. I mean, you're looking at 50 cents a beer. The cheapest you can get a dozen beer now is like $19 at the beer store. So, anyways, keep on brewing. Happy holidays to everyone. I know the Christmas season is here again. I guess Santa Claus is getting ready to deliver some nice brewing accessories to everybody for Christmas. So, anyways, cheers, keep on brewing, and have a good one. Go GSP tonight.
They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold, but the wind goes right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me, brother,